How's it going, guys? This is Andres with the Graphic Shack, and in today's video we're going to be talking about printing on safety vests. The reason I want to do a video for printing on the vest is because number one, not too many people are out there printing on vests, and number two, to give you guys an idea of another market or another niche that you guys can go after and be very profitable, because construction companies have very easy, very basic, usually one or two color logos, and that's basically what you want. You want to get those orders in, print them, and get them out so you can get paid as soon as possible. Let's get to it. Before we get to printing, please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, hit that thumbs up. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the comments. Here we go. This is the vest we're going to be printing on today. It is a construction vest. As you can see, it has the safety reflectors all around. It's constructed of 100% polyester, which means we can definitely print on it with plastisol inks. All right, so for today, our goal is to print a big image in the back, and we're gonna try to get a print right here in the pocket. So we're gonna try that. That one, I'm not 100% sure we're gonna be able to get, but we're gonna see what we can do. Give it the old college try, because this is one of my best customers. He's been with me pretty much since I started, so I really appreciate him. I really appreciate his loyalty. You know, here at the Graphic Shack, we're all about that loyalty. Let's get this job set up. All right, first things first, tape it up. So now we got this thing taped up. Next thing we gotta do, check for any pinholes that we might have missed when we burn the screen. I don't see any real pinholes, but I'm gonna cover this piece up right here just in case that could possibly be an issue. Aside from that, probably this one right here. Alright, that looks pretty good. We're gonna run the test before we actually print, just to make sure that we covered everything. Next thing we gotta do, line this bad boy up, loosen up the clamps. This is the process I use every time when it's a simple one color logo, basic print. What I'm gonna do is use my fingers to see how many fingers from the edge of the design to the edge of the palette where I feel my finger. How many fingers do I need? In this case, we're gonna need, it's about 5 fingers from the edge of the design to the edge of the palette itself. We're gonna do the same thing on this side. We got 4. So we're pretty centered right here. So basically, keep in mind our center line will be right here in line with our neckline here. With that in mind, it also helps if you know what the center of your design is. In this particular case, I happen to know that the center will be the letter C right here. So I know that this is the center of this particular logo. With that in mind, I can see the palette right here through the screen. I'm going to use this letter C as my guide. I'm going to put that, run my fingers through the back of the palette, have them right there in the center, eyeball the C, and I can see that we are basically in the center. We're lined up, ready to rock. So we're going to tighten up the clamps. And that's basically all we need. That's it. We're ready to rock. We have some off contact. So I would say it's about 1/8 of an inch of off contact. And then the last thing we want to check is that we are clearing the neckline. We need about 3 or 4 fingers from the collar. So on my palette, I know that the line here at the bottom is approximately 3 to 4 fingers from the bottom. So as long as the design, top of the design is in line with this bottom of the palette here, or not the bottom of the palette, but this neckline area, then we're good. And I can see that it is, so we should be good to go. Ready to print. Let's get the test palette on here and see what it looks like. We got our screen lined up, it's all taped up, pinholes covered, everything is good. Before we start printing, we gotta add some adhesive to our palette. So we're gonna add a little bit of adhesive. We'll grab a business card and we'll just spread it out on the palette itself. And there we go. Now we gotta do it for every other palette. We have 4 palettes on here, so we gotta do this 3 more times. We'll get right back. All right, last step before we actually print is getting our ink nice and soft by mixing it. Anytime you're gonna start printing and you're using plastisol ink, you want to give your ink a little bit of a mix, especially if it's a cold night. Today, here in good old San Diego, it's cold, but it's not super cold. But you still want to mix your inks. It'll be a lot easier to print. See that? That's beautiful. We're going to be using a navy color. And we're going to print on these, what is this? Neon green, neon yellow safety vests. All right, let's get to it. Okay, great. Now that we got our ink all mixed up, let's add some to the screen here. We don't need a lot of ink since it's only, I think there's 10 or 12 vests, so we don't need a lot. Okay, we're ready to print our first test print. I'm gonna flood up. As you guys already know, if you've been watching me, I like to push the ink as opposed to pulling it when it comes to printing. So I'll pull it to flood and push to print. And the only reason I choose to push the ink is because it's a lot less stress on the elbows, at least for me. When you're doing a lot of manual printing and you got those long nights, it can take a toll on your body. So for me, at least, pushing is a lot less tiresome and a lot less wear and tear on your elbows and your joints. But feel free to use whatever technique is best for you. Here we go. Moment of truth. Does this look good? Is there any pinholes? Let's find out. Yeah. That looks beautiful. I think it looks good. There's no pinholes, nothing is out of whack. Ready to hit the actual vests. Let's do it. Sample print looks great, but before we start loading up all our vests and start printing, I want to make sure that we're gonna get a good print on these vests. So I'm gonna print one vest as a real test, just to make sure. We want to make sure we get a good quality print for our customers, since, like I said before, this is one of my most loyal customers and I want to give him the best possible product. All right, here we go. Mamma mia. Beautiful. Okay, that looks good to me. I like it. Let's send it over to the flash, dry this bad boy up, load up the rest, and get this order done. Okay, we got the backs all done. Now we got to do the fronts. Let me show you what I got set up here. For the front left pocket, what I'm doing is I have a sleeve platen and I put some tape where I want the edge of the pocket to land so that I can ensure, I'm going to use this tape as a guide to make sure that the pocket is right here between the two tapes, because this is where the print is going to land. So that will ensure that every pocket gets the print in the same spot. Let me show you what I mean. We got our vest. And since there's little holes on here, I can see right through it. I don't know if you can see the tape right here. Right here. We'll feed our vest. We can see the edge of our pockets. We want to get those lined up and landing between the two tapes. So we're just going to pull it straight. Move this one over just a tad. And now we can see this edge is right on the edge of the tape. This one is as well. We got adhesive on here. And we're good to go. Let's give it a one test print before we print all the other ones. Beautiful. Now, on a side note, we're only going to be able to hit this one time. So one pass. And we got to make it a good one. Let me show you why. So even though we do have the adhesive on the palette itself, let me get this lined up here. That's good. So even though we have the adhesive on the platen, this is a pocket and this is where the pens go. So as you guys can see, the vest is stuck to the palette, but the pocket itself is still flimsy. I can still lift this up. So what's going to happen is once I press it one time, it's going to lift up. And when I go to hit the second hit, it's going to be unaligned. So that's not something we want. Now that is a quick little tip, courtesy of the old Graphic Shack. Here we go. So one hit, we gotta make it a good one. Good pressure, good form. Let's go. So right now we got the print down. If we were to do a second hit, since the adhesive isn't actually making contact with the pocket itself, it has already shifted on us. So if we print again, it's going to be offset. It's going to ruin our image. So we won't have a clean, crisp image. All right, guys, that's it for today. We got that order done. Front, back, no problem. Let me show you what the finished product looks like. This is the front right here. Turned out nice. And then this is the back right here. Again, this is for one of my best customers, one of my longest customers. He's been with me probably since day one. Estates Pool and Spa. If you're in the San Diego area, you're looking for any kind of pool maintenance, maybe you're looking to build a new pool, a spa, anything of that sort, hit up my boy, Estates Pool and Spa. Tell him the Graphic Shack sent you. That's it, guys, for today. Let me know any video ideas you guys have for the future. What do you guys want to see? What did you guys think about this video? Again, I wanted to do this video because I wanted to show you guys a niche. The construction niche is very big. There's a lot of money in construction. And like I said, there's usually one or two color logos. Very simple, very easy, very quick to set up, in and out, easy money. Like I always say, it's bread and butter, right? This would be a great niche to be in. Again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it so much. Please like, subscribe, leave any comments down below. Let me know what you think. Anything you guys want me to cover in specific, let me know. Put it in the comments below. Catch you on the next one, guys.